Well, welcome to the farm. It's the 31st of May. Most of my seed is in the ground. Most of the plants that we're going to plant are in the ground. I'll do a little bit of overseeding in the next few days, and I'm looking to purchase or acquire somehow a bag of hemp seed and a bag of sorghum Sudan seed, and I want to use those as cover crops as well. And those are my next two. I'll maybe sow some millet, and of course get some more buckwheat seed and seed it as we move into the season. But most of the heavy planting is done as far as what we've got in place, what we're going to eat. But we've got some other projects going on to continue. And today I am going to do a takeoff on a little video I saw from the Grow Network on making my own worm composting bin, and from some reusable materials, some plastic bins that I've got. So we'll go outside and get started. Okay, so this is the plastic bin that I'm going to be using. I'll put a link in the comments to the Grow video that shows where they were actually where they used the they actually used I think it was a watering bin, the water troughs, the plastic heavy plastic water containers. But this is an old garden container. I've got the lid, and I'll use the lid on it, but I'm going to have to raise it up on blocks in order to get this bucket under one end, which is where I'll collect the most valuable part of the worm composting setup, which is the worm tea. So let me get this let me grab my shovel and start clearing the dirt out, clearing the grass out here, and we'll get everything set up, and we'll be back to show you how it looks. So I'm clearing away all the grass and weeds from this area. I'm going to clear out the spot, make it bare ground, and all of the materials that I'm taking out of here I'll save and actually put back into the compost bin. Let me finish this up, and then we'll get the bin set up. So I've got my composting bin set up. It's a real simple setup, just 4 blocks and a couple of pieces of wood for it to sit on, and it's got a pretty heavy base, solid base, so I think it can hold whatever I have for it to hold. I'm pretty sure the compost doesn't get that heavy, but it is, if you notice, on a slight incline there. Even though I'm famous for things being non-level, they're never that not level, except on purpose, because what I'll be doing is, in this end, I'm going to drill 3 holes into the floor, so that the worm juice, the worm tea, as they call it, the liquid gold, can seep through. And we'll take this little bucket from the handy dandy hardware place and put it under there, and then as the tea leaks out, we'll be able to collect it. Now, to fill up my bin and get the top on and wrap this up. Okay, so I've got the top on, and I've already started putting some of the vegetation that I cut from underneath where this is in here. I'll add some wood chips and some newspapers, and synchronicity of synchronicities, right down the road was a guy who's selling earthworms. So I'll go and buy about a pound of worms to loose in here. We'll put food in here, table scraps, meat and bones, and let the compost tea come out. We have a lot of means for fertilizer here. I mean, I've got chickens, I've got pigs and their poop, and we've got all this stuff. We're basically composting in place in a lot of our areas. We till in. So, but this is also a means of bringing in income. Let me close this lid up here, and it's a means of bringing in income as well, because this stuff goes for. The guy on the video, the Grow video, said he traded what was it, 5 gallons for an iPhone or something like that. So, you know, you do the math. That's pretty expensive, because the tea that comes out of here is a great foliar application. people are talking about their tomatoes growing taller than their sunflowers and that kind of thing. So that's something we'll be able to utilize here, but we'll also be able to sell. My next project, before I finish up on the fences, that's kind of the aesthetics, but I want to see if I can build a couple of rabbit hutches back here and add rabbits, and I'll explain why on that. Let's see if I can get that done today. If not, we'll put this video in the can. So here's our small herd of pigs. Got Zeus and Loki and Cleo and the three little ones. They're getting up because they think I'm coming over. So anyway, and then in addition to that, we've got a small flock of chickens, and we're expecting hopefully 6 more. We've got 2 hens laying on 6 eggs, and courtesy of Mr. Freddie Mercury there, and we'll hope that they'll be hatching next week. I think the 6th is the date I'm starting to look for the eggs. But I brought back the rest of the dirt and stuff that I took out of that area up there. I didn't put all of the grass in the composting bin because you can see my animals love the grass, and also there's some little black beetles in there that they'll enjoy. But the chickens are not a real efficient meat source. The meat's good, and my birds, I mean, I'd really have to fatten them up, and I don't like the idea of having to put them somewhere and fatten them up. I enjoy the eggs more than anything. So with that said, it looks like we're going to go in the rabbit business, and I'll come right back here. I've got turn again. I'll show you the area. This is the area where I'm going to put the rabbit hutch. I've got a nice mulberry tree here, which will drop some mulberries into the hutch. The mulberry leaves, the pigs love them. I'm pretty sure that that the rabbits will eat them as well and find them a good source of protein. I believe I've seen that. So I'll be setting it up along here, and then I'll have a little collection area down here where I can grab the nuggets as they drop. And there's the real kicker with the rabbits, is not only are they a better source of protein, more meat per pound, etc., than the chickens, and they will provide a little bit of fur for usage around here, but their nuggets will be perfect. Not only will I be able to use them in the yard. When I'm talking about their nuggets, I'm talking about the poop, okay? But the rabbit pellets are high. They're like nitrogen bombs. Be careful how I say that. I probably got the NSA looking in now, but they're like little balls of nitrogen, and they're great for your soil. But they're also, my tilapia will eat them, so I can actually feed them to my tilapia, and then I can also sell them. There's people online right now selling it for $5 a pound, I think, for the rabbit manure. So these are all things that you can do to become self-sustained beyond just producing food. That with this lot here, I will not only be able to produce food, but income for my family as well. It's the new future. I'll be back after I build this and show you how it looks. Okay, you guys have seen the pallet wood that I'm using to build my little fence out here with. Well, I've got a little bit more of it left. I've got enough good pieces of wood that I got. These are 2x4s, around $8 or $9 in the store. I've got these. That's my base there. I didn't have to do anything but just cut out the middle piece and knock a few boards loose, clip a few nails, and I've got these 4 pieces here. And between those and the other scraps I've got that I've taken from it, I should be able to get the thing built free. Okay, well, I finished up the framing for the rabbit hutch, and all that's left to do now is throw a top on, and I'll put some screening and some doors on the front, some screening in the bottom. Not a lot to do now. I may make it solid across the back. I've got some planks I can put in that I may just make it solid across the back rather than trying to, it depends. Anyway, I'll see what the temperature gets like in the afternoon. But we finished it up, and that's it for the day. After the excitement for the piglets, I will post that on another separate video. I mean, not the piglets, but the chicks. Chick, we just had a baby chick. It may have been born a couple of days ago, in fact, and just noticed. So anyway, we're looking for some more by next Saturday as the date that I've got marked down. So it's pretty cool. Things are growing here at Buckwheat Farms. Glad to have you here with us, and join us again. Make sure you like us and subscribe. Namaste.